And now we just need a few items, a few things to get the old hitch off, and let's go find the new hitch. Gotta find that too. So let's give me 1 minute. I'll be right back. All right, I found one of the packages. I gotta lose this. It's holy crap! I gotta lose that. It's just too hot. What do you mean it's too hot? It's only 60 degrees out. Well, it's too hot. All right. Alright, so I needed a few more things. And we have this. And we have these. If you don't know what these are American flags, 3 foot by 5 foot. And they're going to be hanging off the back of this truck. That's the goal, is to make this truck patriotic. Did you know Henry Ford, the person who invented or discovered the Ford Motor Company, was here in Michigan, and that's where I'm at, is here in Michigan. And I believe it was 1913 Henry Ford made his first car. I did a video on this back in 2016. Maybe I will post a little bit of something of that nature. It's a horrible video. I didn't even have a green screen at the time, and oh my. Anyways, we come a long ways, don't we? Now I have cameras that move themselves. This is pretty cool. So back then we didn't have cameras that move themselves, not for $30. So this truck right here is Pumperz, and Pumperz is going to get an upgrade in terms of showing her patriotism. She was going to have some flags added to her, because nothing screams lifted Ford pickup truck without saying lifted Ford pickup truck with a flag. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna throw a flag on there, but first I have a hitch on here that I need to get off, and that's going to be interesting because it froze. It's been on there a really long time, and it froze. So we're gonna go find a sledgehammer real quick. I know I have one. In fact, we're gonna go get a sledgehammer kind of thing, mallet, I don't know, big steel thing with a pole, and I'll do that right now. So be right back. Look what I found. All right, so I have this big heavy steel thing with a mallet. I don't know, mallet looking. Looks like maybe at some point in time it was an axe or something. I'm not really sure, but it works really good for beating on stuff. And that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna beat on Pumperz. Do not condone violence unless it's trying to get frozen keyed receiver hitch key thing locks off, because that's miserable. Well, took a few beatings, but we got it. So now let the fun begin. These keyed locks are a pain in the butt. They really are. They are, I don't know. It doesn't look like that thing was ever going to come out. I hit that thing with a hammer a few times and it didn't even move. Normally this piece will move in and out just a hair. It didn't budge at all. She was frozen solid. I've had that keyed pin on there now for, if I'm not mistaken, it was something my cousin put on the truck maybe back when he owned it in Arizona. And if that's the case, you're looking at like 20 years worth of being on the truck. We had no reason to take the hitch off. It's just always been there. It's probably the same hitch that Brian had on it when he owned the truck, which is my cousin. So if it is, this is an Arizona hitch, and this thing here has pulled a 30-foot travel trailer all the way to Michigan from Arizona. So not too bad, but we're not going to need that. So let's check out the next step in making Pumperz. Let's check out the next step on making Pumperz patriotic. Now, I'm not sponsored or endorsed by any of the products that you're going to see today. I am just somebody who likes to have the American flag on lots of things. I have flags everywhere. So let's see what this bad boy looks like. Is she all one piece? Is she all not one piece? Let's see. It looks like it's one piece. Right there it is. Ooh, what do we have here? I didn't know it was supposed to. Hardware. All right. So we are going to put this on Pumperz. What kind of hardware did we get today? Holy crap! It even came with a pin. Look at that. It even came with a pin, which happens to be good because I need a pin because I just broke the crap out of that one. So yeah, so I have a pin. I don't know. All right, so we have 4 holes here, and they even gave us an extra one of these holder lockdowns, which is super nice. Not sure what it's called. To me, it's a holder lockdown. I'm gonna put that in there, and it's going to hold the flagpoles. However, I just wanted to double check and make sure there wasn't a fifth place. Well, there's drain holes too, so that's awesome. They put drain holes in it. It looks like fairly decent steel, maybe 16 gauge. Not sure, but it has to be thicker than 16 gauge. I'm not really sure, but it's pretty decently thick steel. It's nothing obviously you'd want to pull a camper with, but it's going to hold the flags just nicely out of the back of Pumperz. So let's put these in right here. We're just going to get these started. Now the holes in these are 1.5 inches, if I'm not mistaken. Flag poles are generally 1 inch. So it's going to leave an extra 1/2 inch of play all the way around, or a 1/4 inch front to back, or, you know, 1/8 inch all the way around. But it's going to be pressed forward, obviously, into the front half. So there's going to be about a 1/2 inch on the back side, which isn't bad. It's maybe the, you know, thickness of the tip of my finger or something. So that should work out pretty good. So we have that ready. Now, this should be the flagpole. Yeah, I don't know if you can see that or not. It's the sun. Let's open this flagpole up. But Mr. Pumperz, you're not using that knife correctly. Mr. Pumperz, you didn't open that right. Mr. Pumperz, why are you showing the knife on video? Alright, right away we get, thank you for your purchase. Thank you so much for your order. We appreciate your support for our business. Yeeson! That's right. That's almost like a yeet gate where I come from, right guys? Alright, so purchase the flagpole on the website. So let's put our 6-foot flagpole together. It looks like it screws together. So we're going to, this one here's got 4 poles in it. What is this? One top of the flagpole. That is beautiful. Look at that. We're gonna get some bugs on that bad boy. Alright. Maybe some dust, road grime. Alright. Oh, brackets. They're plastic. Uh-oh. I don't like plastic brackets. Isn't that one too? So they use all of the same bag. This bag has an Allen wrench in it. This bag has an Allen wrench in it. Kind of clever, a little costly, quite honestly, but then again, it's cheap. I'm gonna flip the camera around here so that way there you get a little bit of a view here, a little bit of view here, and yeah, let's see how this goes. We'll bring you down just a little bit more. We have these, which is really neat. They go on with an Allen wrench to hold this to the pole. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Comes with 3 carabiners for that. So it looks like, is there a bottom? I can't tell. These cannot be good. These are not going to hold up. I'll be really surprised if these things hold up going down the road. This is really cheap gauge steel, I'm guessing. So yeah, let's see what happens here. So we're going to take this and screw it into here extra tight. See, if I was doing things the right way, I'd probably take this and just weld it, put a little weld there. That way there, I know it's not going to fall apart, because all it's going to have to do is unscrew and, well, then you're screwed. So it looks like there's no separation of which one is the bottom. You literally just screw them together and you end up with a pole that you can continue on for the rest of eternity. So I could take these other poles right here, add them to this, and have a 12-foot pole. But this right here, which you can't quite see at the moment, is a 6-foot pole. If not, that'd be super clever too. But nope, sure enough. Alright, so we're going to run that all the way to the top. It doesn't tell you if this Allen wrench needs to be on, Allen screw needs to be on the top or bottom. I would almost think bottom, but you don't really want to tighten it too tight either because it's plastic, and I have a feeling with all the pressure from being behind the truck that it's not going to do it any kind of justice. So I don't want to over tighten it, but at the same time I want to make sure it's tight. So I'm going to stick this carabiner on here just like that. Now I believe the top one's good. Now the bottom one is going to be right about here somewhere. So I am just going to lock this down lightly just to hold it in place, and then I'm going to put the second one together. So let's get this second flagpole put together. And I think they anticipate them breaking or something because they gave me an extra carabiner, which is great. An extra screw-in thingy, extra carabiner, technically an extra Allen wrench. And let me know, are you guys the kind of people that take these Allen wrenches and save them and save them and save them until you have like a huge pile of these Allen wrenches from all these little things that you buy from places like, you know, IKEA or Solders or Amazon? Not sponsored by any of them, but it is what it is. For the big moment. There we go. So now we have this, our receiver, our two flagpoles, a bunch of instructions that we no longer need, our two flags, and I like to use those heavy duty ones for outside like that because they work great. So there's that pin. We are all set. I just need to move you guys around a little bit so you can see what I'm doing over here. So let's do that real quick. Now that we have this thing here loose, because we had to beat the crap out of it with pins to get the pins out, now we're going to take this off and replace it with some goodness. So it looks like there's 3 stages that I could put that. Oh, got a lot of dirt in there. There we go. Sorry, ladies. Sorry. So do we want to run it up close or further out? Let's say probably up close, just because I think it's more rigid that way. I don't know. I could be wrong. We'll see. Not really sure. We're going to throw the pin in here initially. Oh, that went through really nice. Throw a flagpole. Thank you. There's the flagpoles. That is way bigger than I thought. Way bigger. That's kind of cool though. Alright. Down. I have a feeling I'm going to be going down for some solid rod or something. I don't know. These bolts are just going to push right through this metal, I believe. Especially with a lot of force on it. But I could be wrong. How much force could there be on it, right? I don't want to pull on too hard. If you haven't noticed, proud supporter of America, because it's the country I live in, the country I was born in, and if I went to another country, probably because I really liked what the country was doing, or the scenery or whatever. Like, I'd feel like there's some freedoms. I don't know if I'd go to a country that, actually I know I wouldn't go to a country that I would lose a lot of my freedoms. I just don't see that happening. Why would you want to lose your freedoms in another country? But then again, why would you come to our country and crap on our flag that, you know, many people died to protect, just like your guys' countries, or, you know, if you're in another country, just like if you're in another country, your people fought for your flag most likely. I don't think countries are just made because they're made. Alright, so we have, I believe it's going to, for giggles, I want to see how close I can get with this one to be at the right spot. So let's eyeball this and see. Do you think that's going to be the right spot? Do you think that's going to look even? We'll see. Put it in the comments real quick. We'll see. I'd say it's pretty darn close. We'll see. We'll see. I want it to look even. Flag number 2. Here we go. I would say Mama didn't raise an idiot, but you know, she probably did. Alright, so, alright, here we go. I forgot to lock this one down in the end. So we pull it all the way down. Oops, the other way around. It doesn't want to go around the little rivet there, so we're going to do that. There we go. And look at that. And just like that, Pumperz has American flags. So we're going to snug her up just a little. You want a little bit of play, but you don't think you really want it. Dragging all over the place. I've done this before, so that looks better. So pull it down, it's pretty evenly out. I was off by like a 1/4 inch, maybe ½ inch in guy terms. Okay, good. Need to run to the store because son would like some breakfast, and family's first. Well, God's first and family's second, right? And food is kind of right there at second, and so is work. It's kind of just a little lower than second. So in America, it's good to show your family love. You want to make sure your family knows they are loved. So always wake up with a smile. Always give them hugs. Don't be afraid to tell them I love you. If you love your kids, tell them. They want to hear it. And especially if they give you a little rock, just something out of the driveway, accept it. It's a gift. It's a gift that they're giving you because they don't have a job. They don't have income. They don't have a car to get to the store. They don't have any way to get anything super awesome on your list, right? What they do have is the ability to go outside and play. And when they think about getting you a rock, they're thinking about you. So make sure you take that rock and you treat it like it's a bar of gold. You treat it like it is the next thing to a third child, right? You want to make sure that you treat that with all of the dignity and the respect that you would give to your son or daughter, because that is the only thing they have to give you is a rock. So don't go, oh, it's just a rock, and throw it away. You don't want to do that. They hand you a rock, put it on a shelf, display it. They're going to love it. They're going to grow up going, I gave Dad that rock. And if it ever comes a day where they don't remember, and they don't remember for a while, set it outside in the rock garden. You know, the one you collected because they give you so many, because your kids love you. So anyways, that's my little message of the day. Treat your kids' gifts like gold if you value gold. I don't care about gold. This is a motorcycle. I'm going to jump on my motorcycle. It is a nice day. I'm kind of starting to sweat out here a little bit. My girlfriend says, can't be mad, because it's freedom. Motorcycles, awesome. American flags, let's do it. So, alright, I'm going to cut this video off because it's already been long enough, but that is the new bracket and flagpole mounts for Pumperz. And we're going to take Pumperz to the store and find out if they survived the mile drive. We'll see. What do you think about the American flags on the back of Pumperz? Please drop it in the comments down below, and maybe we'll start finding something to break up and smash or something too, because why not, right? So with that being said, I hate it when people say when that's being said. Can't believe some of the stuff I said. Crazy how time flies and you grow, right? With that being said, I'm going to wrap up this video. No. Thanks guys for watching this video, and like, share, and subscribe, because it's going to help make the channel grow, and it'll help put a roof over Pumperz' head, because right now Pumperz is kind of homeless. She's pretty and she's patriotic, but she's homeless. So help Pumperz get a house, and we'll make it as lavish as possible. So currently right now I just had Pumperz in for a lot of work. It was about $1,500. I think I got a deal. I really think I got a deal. I did buy the parts, but I think I got a deal. I don't know. But I got a new front end parts on her. All ball joints, tie rod ends, torsion bars, I'm guessing. I don't know. There's a bunch of stuff that's new. And we have more work to do to her. So a lot of the work I'm going to try to do myself, just because that's how it's going to work. But you know, I'm supposed to be handy, and you know, I'm handy, and I just need to, I don't even know what I'm talking about. Wow, kind of like the wall down in Arizona. If you paint it black, it gets hot. If you don't like American flags, you're not going to like this video. Boy, she needs some work. So I've been quoted about $8,000 for a paint job, and definitely needs a paint job, but it's been quoted about $8,000. I'm also looking for people who can redo the frames. The frame is mint. There's no rust on the frame. The frame's awesome. It's an Arizona truck here in Michigan. And I'm looking for somebody that could redo the frame, as in like cleaning it off. It's not even pitted rusty. It just needs to be cleaned off and coated. And I really need to have somebody come in and do that. I had somebody say they'd do an oil style or oil style coating or something. I'm not really sure about that. I live really close to the edge of a dirt road and still dirt. So I don't want to have a whole bunch of dirt getting up on the frame. It's supposed to be a show truck. So what would you use on the frame to make the frame nice, shiny, and black, but yet not attract all of the dirt and whatnot? I don't know. The one over there, I have another truck that I'm working on, and it seems like that's doing fine with the coating I put on it. So we'll see. We'll test some different coatings. Not sponsored or endorsed, but, you know, it is what it is. So anyways, I have to start my day by doing something different. So